Hello, my dear student. I am Krishna Kumar. Today, I want to discuss about the some topics of the crop productions, in which the first we start to discuss about the irrigation. Irrigation means the supply of water to the crops at different intervals is called irrigation. In the irrigation, we supplied the water into the crop fields to make the soil moisture and easy to absorb the nutrients from the soil. The sources of irrigation is the different in the different area. As we know, there will be the different kind of the soil in the different country, and that's why there is the different method of the irrigation. And also there is not the similar kind of the source are available in our country in different area, so that we are use the different kind of the source for the irrigation. There are the two kind of the source of irrigation. The one is the traditional method, another one is the modern method. But the irrigation should be done with the help of the well, tube, ponds, lakes, rivers, dam, and with the help of the canal. In traditional method, there is the different kind of the mode by which we uh, supply the water into the crop fields. But first we see here the why there is need of the irrigation to make the soil soft, to which plugging of the fields can become easier, and for this we should be need the irrigation. And to provide the moisture for germination of seeds into crop fields, there also need of the irrigation. And to maintain the moisture of soil for healthy crops also need the irrigation. The nutrient is not directly used by the plants, cannot be absorbed directly from the soil, and that's why the first nutrient is dissolved in the water, and along with the water the crops absorb the nutrient, and that's why there is need of the irrigation into the crop field. The irrigation in crop field depend on the different factors. The factors affecting the irrigation is the nature of the crop, nature of the soil, as well as the season. The nature of crop means there are the different kind of crops we grown into the crop field, such as paddy crops, kharif crops, as such as the weeds, maize, and so that the different kind of the plants need the different amount of the crop water. For example, the paddy crops need the large amount of the uh, large amount of the water, but the wheat plants which is grown into the rabi season that need the small amount of the water. But when we say about the nature of the soil, in the nature of soil there are the different kind of the soil. For example, there is some kind of the soil may be the sandy soil, and some kind of the soil may be the loamy soil or clay soil. So in sandy soil there is need of the frequent supply of the water, but in loamy soil there is need of the a small amount of the water in the small period of for the small period of time, because there is the stagnant of the water is takes place in the clay soil, and that's why the retaining capacity of the water is much more into the clay soil, so there is need of the small amount of water. Now we see the traditional method of the irrigation. In the traditional method of the irrigation, there is the canal irrigation, pulley system irrigation, Persian wheel, that means the rahat system irrigation, and the sieving basket method of irrigation, dhekli, as well as the chain pump system of the irrigation. All these are the traditional method of irrigation. Traditional method. And now in the canal irrigation system and the pulley system, that one is used for traditionally, because in such type of the area where there is not the supply of the water is mm, best way, in the best way, and that's why there is the water from the river and the reservoir are uh, supplied with the help of the canal, and also take out the water from the well by the help of the pulley system, in which the water is lifted out from the well by using a bucket attached to a rock which passes over the pulley. And Rahat system is one kind of also the system of the draw out the water from the open well by the use of the number of buckets into a wheel. The next method is here, uh, the modern method of irrigation, in which the basin irrigation, furrow irrigation, drip irrigation, and the sprinkler irrigation. The basin irrigation and the furrow irrigation, both type of irrigation are surface irrigation, in which the water is uh, uh, allowed to supply in throughout the field. But the drip irrigation is for the garden as well as for the vegetable crops, because in drip irrigation there is supply of the water drop into the roots. And also the sprinkler irrigation is also the one kind of the special kind of irrigation, in which the irrigation is takes place, that means the supply of water is, by the help of the nozzle, in which the water is get sprinkled throughout the crop fields. Mostly it one is done in supplied the water by this sprinkler irrigation into the tea plant or in the coffee plants. Now come to here the advantage and disadvantage of the irrigation. The advantage of irrigation means it provides moisture to germinating seeds, and also the facilitate absorption of the nutrient by minerals. So this, there should be the need of the irrigation for the crop fields. But disadvantage of irrigation means here sometimes there is the accumulations of water is takes place into the crop fields, and due to this the crops do not perform the root respiration, and that's why the uh, plants crops will be dead, and they become dry, and that's why the water logging is cause the damage of the crops. Thank you, and again I come with the new video in next. Thanks.